Hello friends, Iceberg out at Dylan Brothers Harley-Davidson, and today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of this 2012 Dyna Street Bob. First and foremost, I just want to make sure that this video is in focus because it was brought to my attention by one of my lovely co-workers. We're going to leave all names aside, but he's a big crow mag that runs the Riding Academy here, that a couple of my Facebook marketing photos were a little bit blurry, and this really bothered him. So let's make sure this video's in focus since I can't seem to get it together on my photography side. With all that aside, we just like to have fun here, and I'm just having some fun. I work at a motorcycle shop, so hang with me, all right? All right, let's go ahead and start with the engine on this Dyna, where you have the 96 cubic inch twin cam engine. This is going to have a 6-speed transmission, and a standard setup on this bike would be belt driven, but this, my friends, has the chain conversion drive on here. That's right, you got the full chain on this motorcycle, which is just gonna give you so much of that torque, that pull when you're ripping through the gears here. Let's go ahead and talk about the style on this Dyna, because as you can see, this has been customized and a little bit tricked out. We're going to move back to the engine where you have that custom intake and then leading down to that 2-into-1 Bassani exhaust. The Bassani exhaust, they look incredible on all Dyna models and pretty much any bike that you put them on, but especially the Dynas. And the way these Bassanis sound on these motorcycles, incredible. I am going to take the opportunity right now to fire this bike up so you can hear that 2-into-1 Bassani. As I said, that Bassani sounds amazing on this motorcycle. And with that intake and that exhaust being perfectly tuned, you are getting a ton of power out of this 96-inch motor. Let's go ahead and talk about a few of the other upgrades on this motorcycle. You're going to move up front and to the rear, actually, where you have the all blacked out custom mags on here. This really gives a nice theme on this motorcycle with that blacked out, just bouncing off all that beautiful silver that's on this motorcycle. So let's move up to the gas tank so you can see that nice Harley emblem on there and that very nice silver paint job. This is going to have a 4.7 gallon gas tank on here. You're going to average over about 40 miles to the gallon, so you're going to get a ton of riding time on this motorcycle. Sticking in the gas tank where you have the upgraded Speedo on here as well. Just another nice touch on this motorcycle. And then continuing and moving up front where you have the 6-inch pulled back risers and the very nice drag style handlebars on there with the accents on the end of kind of the MX style grips on here, just kind of tying the whole theme of the bike together. Let's move to the back on this Dyna, and obviously, as I said, with that chain drive, this bike is meant to be ridden aggressively, where you have the Works Performance suspension on the rear here, really complementing that riding style on this Dyna. As you can see, that rear end has been lifted up just a little bit, so the suspension sits nice and high on here. So once again, you can get very aggressive in the corners on this motorcycle and definitely ride this bike like an animal. Few other things just to touch on this motorcycle, kind of completing the cleaned out theme on here. Moving to the back, you have gotten rid of the large turning signals, and now you just have these very nice incorporated onto the back rear fender turn signals on there. Nice and hidden, keeping that whole back clean, and then also just a nice other little touch on there, the lay flat license plate on there. Normally these are kind of standing just like this. That nice lay flat just makes the entire back end have a very nice flow to it. As this motorcycle sits on our floor, survey says it has 25,444 miles on this bike. So this motorcycle has been ridden, but as you can see, it is in immaculate condition and it is just ready for a new owner to take it down the road. And if you are local in Omaha, Nebraska, would like to see this 2012 Dyna Street Bob up close and in person, please stop out at Dylan Brothers Harley-Davidson today. Come throw a leg over it, talk to any of our sales staff. They are all happy to help you out. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley-Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos, and always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.